Welcome to GameDevelopedia. So, are you ready to finally build your first 3D game in Unity? If yes, fantastic. In this comprehensive tutorial, we are going to walk through the entire game creation process step by step. Before diving into this tutorial, forget about those other tutorials that leaves you feeling lost and just typing code blindly. Because here in this tutorial, I will explain each and every line of code in depth and ensure that you truly understand the why behind every line of code. And let me tell you that this tutorial will be little bit longer, but trust me, the extra time will be worth it for the knowledge you will get from this tutorial. So if you are really serious about learning Unity, watch this tutorial till end and please consider subscribing the channel so you don't miss further in-depth tutorials. So let's start the tutorial. So once you open Unity Hub, if you don't know how to download Unity Hub, let me quickly explain you. Just go to Chrome and type Unity Hub. Then just go to first link and select your device, whichever Mac or Linux or Windows. And after clicking download, see here download will be started, and just follow the instructions and install Unity Hub. After that, this icon will appear. Just open it, open Unity Hub, then come to installs and just select whichever editor which you want to install. And yeah, it's a simple process, so that's the reason I'm not explaining it in depth. Let me quit this. Sorry. So yeah, once you are in Unity Hub, just click here, new project. After that, you need to select a template for your project. So here we will select a Universal 3D. So why are we choosing Universal 3D? So Universal 3D is known as Universal Render Pipeline. So this is a pipeline or a template which is optimized for all the types of devices for best performance. Okay, so just give your project a name. So we will give collect the coins or cube collector. Okay, give whatever name you want. Then choose a location where you want to store this project and then just hit create project. Okay, after hitting create project, there will be some loading and you will see this screen. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have this layout, you can just go to Windows and then layouts, and then you can choose any layout whichever you want. So when you are in the editor window, you will see lot of stuff here. So don't worry, we will go through this all and I will explain you what these are. So first one here is scene view. Okay. So what is this? So whichever game object or game component which we are using, like player or ground or mountains or etc. Whatever our game contains, like 3D models, those are just like here. Okay. And the second one is game view. So whatever, so you can assume that the game view is like preview whatever your player will see or user will see when he plays the game. So if I added cube here, okay, so you can see we are seeing the cube inside the game view also. Okay, so now here is the hierarchy. Okay, so whatever game objects which we have in the scene are listed here. So as you can see, we have camera here. So here is the main camera, here is direction light, here also directional light, here is the global volume, and here is also global volume. So whatever is inside the scene view is listed in the hierarchy. Okay, so suppose I am really away from the game object whichever I want to work with, I can just select that game object inside the hierarchy and press F in order to zoom it or focus on that game object. Okay, so now let's come to the inspector. So whenever you click on main camera and see in the inspector, you can see there are lots of components, okay, like transform, camera, and etc. Okay, so from the inspector you can just modify the position, rotation, scale, and attach scripts and other components whichever you want to work with. Okay, and here is the project window. So you can assume this is your file explorer. Okay, whichever game assets like 3D models, music, FX, VFX, and etc. Whatever game objects or whatever models or scripts, etc. All those are stored inside the project window, and right beside it there is a console window. So whenever we get any kind of error, like in script, this console will throw the error. Okay, it will display what is the exact error and etc. Okay, so these were some essential windows of Unity editor, and you will be working with them. So don't worry about memorizing everything right away, because you will get familiar with them as we build our game. Okay, so now let's quickly set up the environment for our game. So here we will be needing player, ground, and coins. So I will not using 3D models from others. I am just using inbuilt Unity's 3D models like cube and etc. 3D objects. So because I am not a model 3D model creator, or I am not a game designer, I am a game programmer. So you can expect from me that I will explain you coding part really in depth. Okay. So yeah, let's just quickly set up our environment. First of all, we will take a plane which will act as a ground. And let's reset its position, and camera. Yeah, camera, I think so. It's fine. Let's also reset its X. Okay, so camera is also fine. We will attach this camera to our player, or we will just leave it as it is. Okay. So I think so that I haven't explained you about these tools. So let me quickly explain. So you can see that this is a hand tool which is used to navigate or move the scene. Okay, this is move tool. It is used to move the game object at the X, Y, and Z axis. Okay, and here is the rotate tool which is used to rotate the game object, and this is the scale tool which is used to scale the game object. We can't scale the camera. Wait, here is the plane. So as you can see, we can scale our game object with this scale tool, and this is rect tool. Okay, with the rect tool we can scale our game object on a specific side. Okay, and at the last, here is all in one tool which is also called as transform tool. So this transform tool contains everything like move tool, rotate tool, and also like moving tool, and etc. Okay, so let's just quickly reset everything with Control Z. Yeah, now let's create our player, which will be, yeah, a capsule. Let's also reset its transform. Let's make our plane little bit bigger, like 2 by 2. Yeah, 2 by 2 is enough. Now let's take cylinder. and quickly resize it, make a coin like, yeah, make a coin like structure. Okay, so now we have our ground. Let's quickly rename it. To rename, you can just click on the game object from hierarchy and press F2, or you can just go here and rename it. Okay, so let's rename capsule to player, and this cylinder coins. Okay, so this is our basic environment. And don't worry guys, if you want to add your own assets like 3D models and etc., there is a website called Sketchfab. From there you can download models for free, or you can just check out asset store. You can go to Windows and asset store here, and you can just check out the assets which you require, and you can download them. Okay, and do the same process to set up the environment. And let's quickly create a folder called scripts. Okay, you can just right click onto the project, or project window, or assets folder, and just go to create, and here there is a folder. Okay, and let's just create. Okay, let it be. So so our basic game environment is ready, and now we will see the scripting part, which is the main part. And I will focus on scripting part only, because I am not a game designer or 3D modeler and etc. I am a game programmer, so I will focus on game programming much. Okay, but yeah, the steps are same if you want to develop your first game. So now let's start the scripting part. Okay guys, so now let's move on to the scripting part, which is our main focus. So yeah, first let's open our scripts folder, right click and go to create, and then scripting, or you can directly click mono behavior script if the option is there for you. Else go to scripting, and from here choose mono behavior, and just rename your script. Here I will rename it to player movement. Okay, and let's attach this script to our player, and this is okay. Let it compile. Yeah, now we can't add a script component player movement because the script class. I think so we need to open it first. I don't know why this is happening, but yeah, let's open it. Now let's attach it. So now it got attached. So it is really very important to attach the scripts to the game object in order to execute them, else they will not get executed. Okay, so now let's go open our script, and as you can see here, first one is using Unity engine. Let's understand this line by line, what this boilerplate or template is. So using Unity engine, okay, this is a namespace. It gives access to Unity's built-in classes like mono behavior, rigid body, vector 3, and etc. Okay, here on the second or third line, you can see public class player movement mono behavior. So we are creating a custom class called player movement. It inherits from mono behavior, like our player movement class is having access of mono behavior class, which provides us void start, void update methods, and lot of other methods. Okay, so now let's understand what is void start and void update. So void start gets executed as soon as we hit play, and it gets executed only once. And this void update gets executed every frame. Okay, you can assume that at every second, but it is depend on your hardware. Like if your hardware is really awesome, it gets executed multiple times. Else it means it depends on your hardware whether what frames are you getting. Okay, So yeah, now let me first write the whole script, and then I will explain you line by line how we are achieving player movement and jumping. It saves time because writing a script line by line will just take a lot of time. But if you guys want that, please give me a suggestion in comment whether I should write a code line by line, or should I just write it whole at once and then explain you. So yeah, let me write the whole code and then I will explain you. Okay. Okay, so now I have wrote the whole code. Now let's understand this code line by line. But before understanding, please guys, let me know in the comment section whether I should first write the whole code and then explain you line by line, or I should write the code line by line and then explain you. Like while writing the code, should I explain, or should I first write the whole code and then explain? Okay. So yeah, let's start the explanation. So here, as you can see, public float move speed, jump force. So these are the variables of float type which are public. Okay. So move speed will be used for our player move speed, like at what speed our player should move. Jump force will decide how up will our player jump. Okay. And here you can see public audio clip jump sound. Okay. This audio clip is a class for storing audio. Okay, this audio clip is a built-in class which Unity provides us in order to deal with audio clips. Okay, so we are just creating audio clip jump sound. Okay, we are getting a reference of this audio clip class with this jump sound variable. Okay, so now this jump sound variable will act as an audio clip class, like it will provide us uh, the other methods and etc variables and etc of this audio clip class. Okay, so now coming to the next line, private rigid body RB. Okay, so rigid body is a class. Okay, this rigid body is a class which is used for like physics for our player. Okay, so this RB is a reference variable to that component. Okay, this RB is a reference for this rigid body in order to access the class, the other methods or variables provided inside rigid body class. Okay, so now coming to private bool is grounded equal to true. So this is a boolean type of variable which will be used in order to for tag verification, like our player is grounded or not. And if our player is grounded, he can jump, and if he is not grounded, he could not jump. Okay. So now I have explained you what is void start. So now what is R this line? Okay, RB equal to get component rigid body. So this line, what this line does is, this RB is a reference of this rigid body class, and in it there is get component. Okay, so get component. What this get component do is, this is a method that grabs a component. Like here we are using to grab a rigid body. Okay, from the same game object, means whatever component is attached to our player, to grab a specific component which is attached to our player or any game object, we are using this get component method, and this will grab rigid body. So we are using rigid body in order to move our player like a ball like movement. Okay, so void update, I have explained you what is void update. And here float move x equal to input get axis horizontal into move speed. So what this line is, input dot get axis. Okay, so first of all, this float move x is a float type of variable which we are using to store these lines. So what are these lines? Input dot get axis is a method that returns input from keys. Okay, like W, A, S, D or arrow keys, and we are multiplying it by move speed. Whatever our move speed is, we will get movement according to it. Okay, so now let's understand. And this line is also same as our horizontal, but here we are getting vertical movements. vertical movements means like what we can say, like up and down, like forward and backward. Okay. Now coming to this vector 3 movement equal to new vector 3 move x rb linear velocity y comma move z. Okay. So this is vector 3 is a class that holds x, y, z values. Okay. For 3D development, we need vector 3, and if we are developing a 2D game, we can use vector 2. Okay. So now we are keeping the current y velocity, so jump works properly. Okay. Here rb linear velocity dot y, and here on the next line rb dot linear velocity equal to movement. So we directly set the rigid body velocity a vector 3 to move the player. Okay. So now let's come to this if block. So what this if block is doing, so if is a control flow statement, we can use to give a condition in if condition, if this condition matches, the body will get executed, and if this condition doesn't match, the control goes to another line. Okay. So here what we are doing in if input dot get key down. Okay, this is a method to check if a key is pressed, if any key is pressed. Okay. So this get key down, input dot get key down is pressed, like here we are passing key code dot space. Okay. So whenever our space bar is pressed, this block will get executed. Okay. And is grounded. Okay. And is an operator which is used to check multiple condition. If both of this condition, like is grounded, I have told you we have created a boolean variable to check whether our player is grounded or not with the help of tags. Okay. So if this both condition matches, then only this block will get executed. Okay. So now coming to the next line inside the if block. So rb dot add force vector 3 dot up into jump force mode dot impulse. So what is this line? So add force is a method that applies force to the rigid body, as the name suggests that add force. So we are telling add the force. Okay. So vector 3 dot up is shortcut for 0 1 0 straight up. Okay. So this is like a shortcut for giving a upside force. Okay. Force mode dot impulse. So what is this line? Okay. Force mode dot impulse gives a sudden push. Okay. This will give a sudden push to the force. Okay. And is grounded equal to false. So we are turning, like when spacebar is pressed, our player will be in the air, and when the player is in the air, we are just like making is grounded false. Okay. Because our player is not grounded, so that's why we are making it false. So now coming to this if block inside another if block. So if jump sound not equal to null, so here we have declared audio clip jump sound. So what we are checking here, if jump sound not equal to null, then play the audio sound. Okay. Like audio source. So what is audio source? Let's understand this also. So audio source, from the audio source, like we have talked here, audio clip. Okay. So audio clip is a class, and inside that class there is audio source, and we are we are play clip at point. So this is a method play clip at point. What we are doing, we are passing parameters inside this method, that jump sound. We are like executing this jump sound and dot transform position. Okay. This line will play the jump sound at the transform dot position. Okay, wherever our player is. Okay. So now coming to the next block or next line, here we have void on collision enter collision other. Okay. So this is the unity method. This is a built-in method of unity. Okay. This is automatically called when this object hits another. Okay. So collision is here collision. Collision is class that gives info about the collision. Okay. Like this will give a collision info. Like we have attached like let's go to our player and see. Okay. Capsule collider. So and here we have also have a mesh collider here. So whenever a game object or another collider will hit any collider, this will get fired. Okay, on collision enter will get fired, like get executed. So inside this on collision enter we have wrote some lines. So let's understand this. So here what we are checking, if other dot game object dot tag. Okay, so here we are checking the tag. Okay, if the tag is equal to, like if the tag is ground, then is grounded equal to true. Here we are again checking if the player is grounded. Okay, turn is grounded equal to true. Okay, I hope so you understood this, and also please recommend me below in the comment section whether I should explain the code like this, or I should just write the line and then explaining, and then write another line and explaining. Okay, or I should just write the whole code and then explain. So now let's test whether our player moves or not like a ball structure. First of all, let's make this capsule, convert this capsule to a ball like structure in order to get nice feel. Yeah, I think so. It's okay. Okay. And also don't forget to add a rigid body. Okay. Rigid body to our player. Okay. You can go to add component and select a rigid body. So now let's hit play and see what happens. We haven't attached an audio clip. I will do it right now. First, let's test what happens. So as you can see, when I am pressing W, our ball is moving forward. When I am pressing S, our ball is moving backward, and same as A and D. Okay. Now when I hit space, our ball is jumping. Okay. We forgotten to give ground a ground tag because our jumping logic requires a ground tag to a ground. So let's quickly add ground, and always make sure your tags are named same. Okay, so here we are checking ground, GROUND. Okay, and it should be same spelling. Okay, GROUND. Okay, now let's check. So as you can see, we can jump, and also we can move. Smooth movement. Okay, so now let's quickly add what it is sound. Let's go to Chrome and search for jump sound. Okay, yeah, go to the first link and let's quickly add any of the sound, and let's import it to our Unity. Let's attach our audio clip to jump sound here, and let's see whether it. Okay, I have a mic connected to my PC, but my PC is acting like it is also a headphone, so speakers are not working. But I hope so in recording the sound is being played. Okay, so yeah, we have created our player. Now we want to create a coin collecting system for our player. Like when our player hits the coin, it should disappear. Okay, so yeah, now let's move on to the coin collecting system. Okay, so now let's create a coin collecting system or collectible system. So now for that we will create another script. So right click, go to create, and then mono behavior script, or you can go to scripts and then mono behavior scripts. And we will name this something like coins. Okay, and then we will attach this to our coin. Okay, let it do the stuff. Yeah, so now let's attach this to our coins. Okay, so yeah, the script is attached to the coins. So now let's open our coins script. And yeah, now I will write the whole script first and then explain you about the script. And if you guys don't want it to be like this, just give me a suggestion and then I will just write the whole code line by line and explain you. If you don't want me to write the whole code off recording and then explain. Okay, so yeah, let me write the whole code and then I will explain you about the code. Okay, so I wrote the code, and yeah, it is really small because we are just detecting the collision between our player and the coin. And whenever our player get collided with the coin game object gets destroyed. So let's understand this code line by line. So as you know about using Unity engine and this class, what is this line like public class collectibles? But let me explain you quickly what a class means. So a class is nothing but where we write our whole code. As you can see, this is opening bracket of the class and this is closing bracket. So whatever code written inside this class is our code, like methods and etc. So if I want to access any static method from this class, I just need to give a class reference. So this class holds all of our code. Okay, so if you don't know about static and non-static methods, make sure to watch our previous video which is about methods. And I'm working on a full series about C sharp. So if you are interested, please make sure to check out our channel. I will give the link of that playlist in the description. In that playlist, I am teaching all about C sharp for Unity. Okay, so make sure to check out that videos, because in those videos I have explained everything in depth. Okay, so now let's understand this code. So here, first of all, we have declared a public variable which type is audio clip, and we have named it pickup sound. Okay, so as you know, what is audio clip, I have explained just now in player moment. So yeah, audio clip is Unity's class used to store audio files. Okay, so and as you know, this is a public variable. So public variables are visible inside a Unity editor, and we can access public variables from any other scripts. Okay, so like if I want to access this pickup sound, I can easily access it inside the player movement also. So if you don't know about where to use which variable, I have also created a video for that. Yeah, that playlist video is in the description. Please make sure to check it out to understand everything in depth. Okay, so now here is the method called on trigger enter. So this is a built-in Unity method. Okay, so here what we are doing, the parameter collider and collider other is a reference to the other object that entered the collider. Okay, so we can check what it is, like on trigger enter, and we are passing collider. Okay, so collider dot other. Okay, so whenever this line gets executed, uh, like our whatever game object, like if our player is entering inside the collider of this coin. Okay, so this whole will be fired. Okay, this whole code will be fired. So here, if other dot tag is equal to player, here we are checking if the object that enter the trigger has the player tag. Okay, so if our player doesn't have any tag, nothing will happen. So we need to make sure that our player has a player tag. Okay, as we done for the ground. And what are tags? Let's understand. Tag are simple labels you assign in Unity to independent objects. Okay, so tags make sure only the player can pick up the collectible, not other random object. Like if we have any other random object and our coin gets collided with it, it can be disappeared. So that's the reason we are checking that if our player is having a player tag. Okay. So now coming to the next line, if pickup sound is not equal to null. So before playing the sound, like we need to play sound also when the coin is collected. So before playing the sound, we check if pickup sound is actually assigned or not. Okay, pickup not equal to null. Okay, so this prevents error if the audio clip wasn't set in the inspector. Okay, so by using this null here, what we are doing, if it's null, it's okay, and if it's not null, do this. Okay, so now coming to this line, audio source dot play clip at point, we have also understood this in player movement, but let's recap it. So this player plays the sound at the position of the collectible. Okay, so where our coin, this will play a sound at the location of our coin whenever it is collected. Okay, so play clip at point. So this is a Unity method that plays a 3D sound once at the specific location. Okay, and transform the position, this line here. This gives the word position of the collectibles, like as play clip at point plays the sound at the location where the object is. So we also need to pass in the position of that object in order to play the sound here. Okay. Now coming to the destroy game object, as the name suggests, destroy. So this line destroys whatever the game object is, like the script, whatever the script is attached to. Like if the script is attached to a coin, so after executing all this functionality, the game object will get destroyed. Okay. So now let's test this out. What happens? So let's go into the Unity. Did we attach the script? Yes, we attached the scripts. So for now, we will just attach our jump sound to be played here. Okay. So yeah, now we need to tag our player as player because we are using tag functionality in order to detect what is colliding with what. Okay. So here we will select player, and yeah, now let's see what happens. Oh, I'm really sorry. First of all, let's. Okay, so here on the coin, we need to make this is trigger, like capsule collider is trigger. So this ensures that our player can pass through this game object. Okay, this coin. So what happens when each trigger is on? Okay, the collider doesn't block other objects, it becomes invisible to physics, so player can walk through it. Okay, it still detects when something enters it and calls the method, like when we set this is trigger and when our player goes to this coin, so this on trigger enter will get fired, means executed, then this all functionality will work. Okay, and you can see first it was unchecked, and what happened, like our player was not passing through that game object. Okay, so let's now test. So as you can see, our coin got destroyed, means we collected the coin. So now we will work on the UI part, and for that we need a game manager script which will handle the stuff like UI. Like whenever the coin is collected, so the UI will get updated. Okay. Okay, let's open the script. And yeah, first I will write the whole script and then explain you the script. Okay, so I have wrote the script for our game manager. So now let's understand this line by line. So here we are using another namespace called unityengine.ui. So what this will do, this will provide all the UI functionality whichever Unity provided us in order to use in our script. Okay, so here we have declared two int type of variables, which are total collectibles and collected. So total collectibles will be used to display the amount of coins which we have in order to collect them, and then it will display the win screen. Okay, so right below it we have public int collected. So this will keep count of the collected coins. Okay, so here we have public text score text. Okay, so this is a text type of score text variable. Okay. So text is another class which helps regarding the text like texts. Okay, so here we are declared public game object win panel. So this game object is used in order to fetch the game objects. Okay, so we need to attach our win panel here in the inspector. And here public audio clip win sound. As you know, audio clip stores the sound or audio whichever we are using in our game. This deals with audio. Okay, here inside word start we first called update UI. Okay, so this is a helper method which is used in order for UI tasks. Okay, to update the UI. So here what we done, score text. So whatever our score text is, we are like displaying all the collected and total collectibles. Okay, so whenever this method is called, our score will get updated. Okay, means it will display our score like collected and total collectibles. Okay, so here after that we are setting win panel dot set active to false. We will be creating a win panel which will be displayed when we have collected all the items. But currently inside word start we are setting it like setting its activation to false, like we are disabling it. Okay, so here public void increase score. So this is the method which will increase our score. Okay, so here we are first like collected plus plus, we are incrementing our collected. So currently it's 0, but when the first collected will like first time we collect the coin, it will be incremented to plus, second time 2, third time third, like this. Okay, so here update UI, again we are calling our update UI after we the like collected is plus plus. Okay, so update UI will again update our like UI, whichever score UI, like text update our text. Okay, here if collected is greater than equal to total collectibles, here what we are doing, we are passing condition like total our collected. Okay, if our collected is equal to this collectibles, total collectibles, so this audio source dot play clip at point win sound, you know about this line, this will just like by a sound, like play a sound at the camera dot main transform position, like in front of camera, this will play sound in front of camera. Okay, and after this execution we are setting our win panel to true. Okay, so when uh, all the collected are collected, like all the coins are collected, we are setting our win panel again to true. Okay, like this will display our win panel. And we have made some changes inside point.cs in order to make this functionality work. What we have done, we have called our increased score method which we just made, which is updating the like collected. Okay, so here game object gm is equal to game object dot find. So here what we are doing, we are finding the game object named game manager. Okay, and inside that game manager there is another script or class which is game manager itself. And inside this game manager there is increase score method. We are calling this increase score method, okay, with the reference of our game manager. Okay, so this get component, this game components finds the components which are attached to our game object. Okay, so now let's see what happens. So first let's create some materials because this is looking really bad. So right click, create folder, and let's name this materials. Okay, inside this we will create a coin material first, and we will set this something to yellowish, and we will attach this to our coins. And let's make a prefab of this. So what is prefab? Like prefab, okay, we will understand this in next topics. Let it be for now, because as a beginner this is enough, like you understood a lot of things. So after making a prefab, let's duplicate this and let's place this here and there. Okay, so now let's move them little bit upside. Let's bring them all down little bit. Okay, so now we need to create an empty game object called game manager. Okay, because we are finding the finding, we are making like logic, like finding a game manager, like we are finding a game object called game manager, and inside that there will be our game manager script, and from that we are calling our increase score. Okay, so that's why we need to create an empty game object called game manager, and just drag and drop our game manager to it. And also we need to create a UI. Okay, so just go to UI, legacy, text, and here we will just name it score text. Okay, so here we don't need to change any text, but let's make it score, and let's resize it to like 20. Yeah, 20 is enough. And also make it to the top left. Okay, so here you can select top left and then press alt, and again click top left. This will bring the text to the left, top left. Okay, so now we also need to create a panel which will be our winning panel. So let's go to UI, here panel, and let's rename it to win panel. Yeah, so now inside it we need to put in some like text. So here we will use text mesh pro, and win text, let's name it win text. Okay, and change the text to you want. Okay, so now we need to set this to deactivate, like because we are like setting it active and deactive from the script, so that's why we need to set it deactive. So yeah, now let's go to our game manager, game object, and inside game manager let's assign this. Okay, first of all we need to assign score text, so let's drag and drop our score text here. Then we need to assign win panel, so let's assign our win panel, and also win sound. Okay, so here we will again use our jump sound. Yeah, So I think so everything is fine and we can hit play now. Okay, yeah, we can hit play now. Okay, so as you can see, our score text got updated like collected 0 out of 5. And let's collect the first one. You can see got updated to 1. Let's collect another. It got updated to 2. So let's collect all of them. And yeah, the U on screen got like winning panel got displayed. Okay. So yeah, this was all for the tutorial guys. I hope so you understood all the scripting part and the like classes and functions whichever we used. And yeah, please make sure to give some recommendations in comment section because as I am new in this content creation field, I need some recommendation. And yeah, sorry for some mistakes if I made some, but I hope so you understood all the coding part. And yeah, please also tell me in the comment section whether the explaining of the code, like I am first typing all the code and then explaining. So is this okay, or I should like type the code and explain you at the runtime? Okay. So yeah, thank you for watching this tutorial till the end if you are, and please make sure to subscribe our channel and like this video. Okay. I hope so you loved the knowledge which I shared. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye guys.